gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues. Helps out a lot. We have some cool news regarding Superman. Looks like some early projections on what we're going to get as far as box office totals. So let's go ahead and look at what could happen on opening weekend for this film. Superman predicted to open with $156 to $175 million domestic on opening weekend. Analysts have started their predictions for the opening weekend for Superman, and it's a lot more than most would have expected for the Man of Steel's rebirth. With a little over 5 weeks to go, Superman is already picking up traction on social media. The current forecast for Superman is bigger than most were expecting for this film. The James Gunn Superman has a low end of $154 million to take and a high end prediction of $185 million to take. And obviously, ladies and gents, these are just forecasts. They can sway both ways. It could make $200 million, but let's continue. A balanced pinpoint for the film has been said to be $175 million. This would not only be the biggest Superman opening of all time, but the biggest DC opening of all time. This is much higher than anything Zack Snyder and the Snyderverse ever produced. However, this may not be entirely accurate, and the outcome could go either way. The Flash was also projected to open with huge numbers, but dropped off immensely when the Scarlet Speedster finally hit cinemas. But without the negative baggage that came with the Flash film, The Last Son of Krypton may not have that issue. With other projections from Box Office Theory, they predicted Thunderbolts to open with $70 million, and the New Avengers opened to $74 million. That's what they did, name them after the release. 1 week after the release, they changed the name, out by just $4 million. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning was also predicted to gross $75 million in its opening weekend domestic, and ultimately grossed $79 million. This prediction was off by just $4 million as well, so pretty spot on with the projections. Captain America: Brave New World also had similar projections of $96 million, but grossed $88 million. Also, what's been projected is Superman's final box office gross, and the numbers are incredible. Analysts predict that Superman could end up being the biggest box office gross of the summer. Superman domestic gross has a low-end projection of $392 million and a high-end projection of $510 million, and the pinpoint of $477 million in total. This could be the perfect start for the new DCU. And so, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the information that we have here for projections for this upcoming film on July 11th, 2025. Definitely going to be a big summer film. I've talked about Superman a lot of times, and interesting enough, we don't even have advanced ticket sales out right now. You could use that to track to see how this opening is going to go domestically and basically overseas as well for that global haul. But very interesting that we are getting these numbers already. We've talked about the budget of this film. I think $510 million is something you're going to want to push up to about $700 million to really be looked at as a solid success as far as theatrical runs go. Obviously, they can make some money on the back end and in other areas, of course, but I think more like a $700 million take is what you want for this film, just to get people excited for this, and then take that excitement into Supergirl, because I think that will be a tougher draw than Superman. But it's going to be very interesting to see more projections that come out and more predictions. Obviously, you know, this is my ballpark, so I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to stats like this and information overall, but I just wanted to share that first to you, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for Superman hitting theaters in July. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues. Let them know to subscribe as well. Like this video and ring the bell for more notifications on Superman updates. Be safe. It's Neff signing off.